We're going to change, or rather repair, a flat tire on the back of a MEB without taking the wheel off the back of the ElliptiGo. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let all of the air out of the tire. We already know it's soft. It's a flat tire. We'd like to get it fixed as fast as possible, but nobody likes to take the back wheel off these ElliptiGos, so this is an old-time method for repairing a flat on the road. We're going to take our tire lever here and open up the tire, which we'd have to do anyway. And you notice I'm working on the left side of the bike, away from the chain and chain ring over here. Brakes are still attached, everything's still on. We're going to pull the tube out all the way around, and we're not going to remove the valve from the valve stem hole here. So now we've got the tube loose in here. I'm going to rotate it around once because I want to get the drive arm out of the way. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to pump the tire back up, and I'm going to look for the puncture. And of course, I've taken the pump out of my kit. Oh, you don't have a pump in your kit? Oh, I guess you're in trouble then. There we go. Oop, alrighty, we found the hole right there. Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to let the air back out of the tube all the way out. I'm keeping my thumb on here, or my thumb where the hole is. And because we haven't taken the valve out, the relationship between the tube and the item that punctured it is still intact. So I'm going to look around and feel around for something that was in here. I don't feel anything in this area of the tire. It might have been a small piece of glass that was kicked out. There's nothing visible here. Now what I'm going to do is take the patch kit out of here, and there's no super science to doing this. There's only one catch, and that is you have to let the glue dry before you try to put the patch on. And people get impatient and they don't allow the glue to dry for a full minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to patch this area up. We're going to scuff it up with the paper that comes in there. We want to get it nice. And what we're really doing here is we're cleaning the tube. We're getting all the powder and the stuff off of there. We're going to take one patch. I'm going to open up this nice new tube of glue right here. Pop it open. Come back up to the area that's been scuffed. We just want to put a little bit of glue on here and wipe it around in a big area and let it smear out. And now we're going to wait. And we're going to be patient. And we're going to let that glue dry. If you put it on when it's wet, the patch will not hold. Then we have to separate the patch from the foil backing. comes the patch. You want to wait till as much of the shiny stuff is gone as possible. Don't want to touch the red in there. That has a chemical coating on it that bonds with the coating in the cement. So now that it's gone from shiny to a dull surface, we know it's okay to put the patch on. Put the patch on, push it down with our thumbs. A patch tube has just as much integrity as a new tube. And in some cases, if you've carried a spare tube around in your kit for a year or more, it may have more integrity because tubes that come out of the box and are never unfolded sometimes develop soft spots right around the folds. So I'm pulling the plastic off, and I'm pulling the plastic off from the middle of the patch outward. And some people will tell you that this step isn't really necessary either, but I'm there we go. Pull it out toward the edge. There we are. Now we're going to put it back in. Working it around past the brake every time. Put the tube back in the tire. Now I'm going to start opposite the valve, and I'm going to work toward the valve to put the tire back on. That way I get as much slack as possible toward the valve, and because the valve takes a little bit of room inside the tire and rim, we need to work it on last. Push the valve up inside, seat the bead on either side, and then pull the valve back down. And here's this little nut that is absolutely optional. Most people like to have it on there. Never exactly figured out what it's good for. There we go. Now we're going to pump it back up, and we should be in good shape.